Happy Cinco de Mayo! What are we doing talking about Weiss Schwarz and Cinco de Mayo? What do they have together? Well, they don't. But first off, I want to introduce my buddy here. I don't know, I've never gave it a gender if it's a guy or a girl. So, my buddy here, the unicorn pinata. I've had this since 2008. At work, it was kidnapped. People tried to beat it up. Little kids, when I brought it home because people were beating up at work, tried to, smash it, rip at it, tug at all the little paper streamer things that are hanging off. And there's actually candy inside from 2008. So if anybody wants to gamble at some expired candy, I got some for you. Anyways, what we're talking about today is our favorite girl's birthday, and that is Quintessential Quintuplets. So, as you know, 5/5, they're 5/5, and together they are one. And the funny part is their birthday is 5/5. Coincidence? I think not. The funny part is there are. I know this is probably a joke. It had to be a joke. There's no way it's not a joke. But some guy asked, "How do all five of them have the exact same birthdays?" I like it. I like that. I mean, I think that was a joke that he was telling, and I appreciate it. So, way to go, buddy. What we're doing then, and I'm sorry if this hurts your ears because I only have one camera, so this is what we're gonna do. I am celebrating it in style, right? So we got a Mexican lunch, kind of. We got a taco that it's at this point has fallen over. We have a soft taco. We got some rice, and we got some, I'm going to say chorizo sausage. It is not. It is from the land of Hillshire. But again, we're just going to make believe. And over here, we got some juice. And you may be saying, this is my lunchtime video. And this, obviously, you're not supposed to drink at work. I'm not drinking at work, I swear. But this is actually Tropicana juice. I wasn't kidding about it. I think it's sidetrack here, but if you could see, focus. This juice is multinational. It comes from Brazil, Chile, China, Hungary, Italy, Poland, Turkey, Ukraine, and US. That's all the countries collectively coming together to celebrate the Quint's birthday. I did actually have a birthday candles. I asked the wife, and we don't have any birthday candles, so I lit up 5 of these tea lights for our girls here. And this is the only cards that I actually own. It's this promo cards. I have 4 of them. A whole play set of the Quints. Because again, I don't buy Japanese cards to play with because one, I can't read it, and other people probably don't want to. But I like this card, and you know how promo cards go. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. They don't want to take that chance. So again, sorry for the ears here. And let's get to it. So really why I'm making this video is, again, celebrate their birthday, but then also pray to God that somebody from Bushy Road decides to make this in English. Again, if you did the survey last few months ago, I was about to say last year, but was it last year? There was a survey at some point. At the end of it was data bullet. It was during Weiss Week, so it was definitely this year. During Weiss Week, they had a survey, and on there was like, what sets do you want to see? Luckily for me, Quintessential Quintuplets was on there. I believe Rent a Girlfriend was on there, and Data Bullet. That's what I recall. That's the ones that I know that I wanted. And then you could write other things in there. But just to have that listed out on the list gives me some type of hope. And the reason why, as you can see here, is if you've never watched the show, it's 5 girls that are quintuplets that are horrible at school and they need a tutor, so they fall in love with the tutor, of course. And as you can see here, we are on season 2. Here is a ranking of the anime of the season for winter 2021. They ended up in 5th place off of Anime Corner. So again, we have Attack on Titan in Weiss. This one is coming out for JP. We are getting this one in English. We may get this one. I mean, Ray Zero, It's Always Been in Wise, and Quintessential Quintuplets has a season 1 in JP, but none in English. And again, how popular is this show? You could check out all the girls. So this one is from Anime Corner 2, winner 2021, best character of the season rankings. And as you can see, Miku took it. I mean, she was on here for 6%. But if you take a look down the list, there's 5 of them, right? 1, 3, 5, 6, and 12. So if you're wondering why this girl's at 12, you just need to watch season 2. That pretty much sent her all the way down to number 12. That was messed up. That was really messed up. But hey, eye on the prize. She did what she had to. Right? I mean, you gotta take a stab at it. I like this one. This one's funny. This is Annie Trends. So they had a vote and they rank it by country. So I like that. I mean, I haven't seen this site since I've only ever heard of this site since yesterday when I saw this poll. And I just thought it was hilarious because it's like you could see which girl dominates, and you have Amelia dominating like all of Europe here, basically, right? I'm just gonna scroll all the way to the bottom. They have the poll numbers, what it comes out to be. So for again, what is this? Anime Corner, we had Miku at the top here, but not so much when it comes to Annie Trends. We got Nino as number 2. Well, number 1 out of all the quintessential quintuplets, and then number 2 is Miku. So those are two are always neck and neck. And then you got Yotsuba down here at number 9. Actually, where is Ichika? Ichiko is 12. I mean, Itsuki. She is 6. That's not so bad. So that it makes sense. Right here we got Miku, Nino, and Yotsuba. Those 3. And over here we got these 3 as the top 3. So if you want to check it out, you can check out your country, which one is dominating. Oh, look, some of these are no votes. That's sad. Can you imagine? And I'm not saying in a mean way that some of these countries that don't watch, well, not to say they don't watch anime, but they don't involve themselves in these polls, so they're not, can we say they're not into it as much? Anyways, Australia went to Nino. I just think this is neat. I like this one. We got the good old USA going for Amelia, but then we got Nino having a stronghold over Canada there. So interesting stuff. Interesting. But I don't see Miku. That's what's crazy. Like here's a Miku, where we got whatever that is. What is that country? Miku. Montenegro. We're showing signs of life in Montenegro. All right, so again, Quintessential Quintuplets. There is a JP Season 1 out there, and I, for one, would love it to show up in English, obviously, because I didn't buy any of the cards, except for this one, and I would love it to come out. The thing is, and what I've always heard is the downside is that there are 5 trial decks. There's a lot of trial decks, and if you look into the booster box, there's a whole lot of cards. So you're looking at number of cards, 135 plus 55 parallel types. So you can go through here and read them all, but pictures are better, right? Here we go. We got some pictures. So if you're going to think, if this actually comes to English, which I pray to God it does, you can see like these numbers are killing it. When you think about SSPs over here, look at these numbers. And again, we know the JP version is always lower in price than the English just because of how many gets printed. Like, well, not printed, but how much is actually bought over there. There's healthier supply of cards in JP than English, which actually is pretty mind-blowing when you think about it. You know, like you got JP and literally everywhere else. But, so we have this here, and you can see the numbers held pretty strong. And you can't even buy some, like Miku's gone here. So you have those set of special cards. You got some signed cards, you just got some stamps. So as I said before, stamps always will do less. You can see the price, even though they're nice looking cards. Lower, but still bought out, right? Like a bunch of these are bought out. But then you get back to the signs again, and look at the prices on this one. They're huge. And then we got even more special cards. So then you have these cards here, no stamps, no signs, no anything, but a really cool art. And then again, you got your triple rares and your SRs and your, double rare plus. So even then, you get even more special cards and then regular double rares. And as you can see here, when you're looking at double rares, normally double rares are like if you're used to this whole data live being double rare in the 40s, 15s, 20s, whatever. Like you can see here, these are lower. So again, maybe not the heaviest. I was gonna say not the heaviest played, but I know people play this set. But at the same time, the other side of it was this is I feel like a heavily open set as well, right? I think I heard somewhere, and again, I can't confirm it, more just heard it, that this is one of the most open sets in JP. And anybody can correct me on that. I've heard it. Again, I have no actual numbers on it, but that's what I heard. So crap load of cards, nice looking cards. Obviously super popular when it comes to the anime scene all around. So why don't we bring this to America, right? Why are we gonna say no? Not America. English. Let me take that back. English. Why aren't they gonna bring this to English? The only thing that I've heard people say was it's because of the trial decks, right? So there's so many trial decks is what I keep hearing, and I'm like, is that really a good reason to not have this? I'm trying to bring up a picture. The trial decks, where did I put it? Here it is. Whoops, there you go. So our trial decks, and people are saying it's because there's so many trial decks. How are they going to sell this? To me, I don't see a problem. As you can see here, as if I were a quintessential quintuplet collector, I would want to have all five. I mean, all five of these are beautiful in their own right, in the sense that you got different colors that match, right here, kind of what they're wearing. Color matches what they all are. So again, then you could go, well, maybe it's the price thing. So I came up with different ways to get around this problem, right? This is all in the hopes that one day they will bring this out. I will personally buy deck boxes of this if it were ever to show up in English. Like, there is no problem with me saying that. I have money set aside dedicated for one day this thing showing up. And again, I don't care if it's meta, I don't care if it's anything. I love the show, I love the girls, and I just want to have it. So number one, just release all five. Do it, see what happens. I think it'll sell. It did well in JP. As we saw in all those rankings, it did well in that poll. So I'm going to 100% assume that all five of these, even though you might not like one of them, is all going to sell. Because you're not going to buy, let's be truthful here, you're not going to just buy Miku, Nino, and Yotsuba and then just say, I'm not going to buy these other two. Maybe you will, I don't know. I guess with Rent a Girlfriend, people hated Mammy, so right, I guess that's a possibility. Maybe you hate Ichika, so you won't buy her. But for me personally, I would buy them all. Okay, so then you go, all right, I want them all, but it's just a lot to spend in 1 month. There we go. So my other thought here is, as we see what I get, again, what I guessed on the release schedule. Let me bring that back up. Release schedule. Release schedule. Okay, so we have a release schedule, and back then we had Ray Zero and Magia Record Mobile coming out at the same time. They also wanted to do this with Kaguya and Heaven's Feel. And again, remember what Kaguya consists of. That set had a trial deck, and it also had a booster box. Heaven's Feel was their booster box. So you have 2 booster boxes and a trial deck. So if I look out here, again, I'm guessing, but what Bushy Road is possibly going to do is do Slime 2, and then have Morphonica and the Raz trial deck extra booster coming out the same month. That is my guess. We'll see if I'm right. If I'm right, then this plan actually works out. Or they could just move SAO and then have booster box early in the month, booster box end of month. So whichever the case, my thing is basically you take, there's 5 trial decks, right? You take 2 of the trial decks and put them out every month for 3 months. So 2 trial decks, 2 trial decks, and finally we're going to finish with 1 trial deck and 1 booster box. Well, the booster box. So then 2, kind of 2. And that way, people can spread it out over the months. There'd be less complaints about the money outlay. Again, I get it. The trial decks are going to be overall expensive if you want to buy all 5, but sacrifice a booster box, right? Instead of buying 7 booster boxes, buy 6. Get the trial deck. That. I know what you're saying. Oh wow, you're going to buy 6. Instead of buying 2 booster boxes, buy 1. Spend a little extra on the trial decks, and you got it. And you get a collection. Again, really, to me, it's all about the collection. I think these look good the way they are, or if you want to open them, put it in a binder, they'll look really cool. But I think this is one of those sets that we know has done real well in JP. We know that has done well when it comes to the anime overall. The love of the actual characters. This is a slam dunk. All they gotta do is bring it here. People start buying it. There's no question in my mind that this thing won't do well. And again, with the popularity of it, with a little bit of advertising, you can get more people aware about this series and about Weiss in general. Right? So this is a home run on so many different levels if done correctly. So there we are. Anyways, happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Quintessential Quintuplets birthday. Please come out, and it's gonna do well. There's a movie already announced for the final bit of the storyline, so I can't wait for that one. If you haven't checked out this anime, be sure to do so. It's a really good one. Have a good one, everybody.